In tonight's Eye on Chicago, we focus on a man who has seen the worst of humanity up close and lived to talk about it. He is a true survivor in every sense of the word, and our Dorothy Tucker has his story.
His name is Kzito Kalima, and through sheer perseverance, he made it through one of the worst atrocities the world has seen.
Do you still have trauma today?
Yes, I still suffer from anxiety, depression, of course, anger, but I'm able to manage it.
Kzito was just 15 when his world fell apart.
And then in '94, the killings started?
Yes.
Spring of 1994, Rwanda was a war-torn bloodbath. Hutu extremists wanted to rid the country of the minority Tutsis, people like Kzito and his family. Their tool, a well-planned genocide that left more than 800,000 people dead over the course of 100 days.
Called a cockroach, was called a snake.
When you come to a place like this,
What's it like to be?
As I said, it's amazing, and it's very therapeutic to me.
Kzito and I met at the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center, where he and others tell their stories in an exhibition called Voices of Genocide.
what does it mean to be a survivor of genocide?
It's a mixed emotions because it's sign of a resilience. First, that's positive side of it. It helps me to live life without fear because I've seen the worst. But on the other side, it's a reminder that, the human being can turn to animals and, do some awful things.
Take me back to life before the war.
I grew up in a well-to-do family, a big family of 10 kids. I'm the last one. We grew up in a compound of 7 houses. We have housekeepers. I went to one of the best high schools in the country, and life was beautiful. Actually, it was excellent.
Until it wasn't. Oppression began slowly, then escalated at warp speed.
When the genocide started on April 6th, the next day, the government they announced that everything's shut down. They will attack your house, take you, kill you, and burn your house and take everything.
Leaving nothing but fear.
The day that you ran, tell me about that day.
The day I was ran, I was at home, and I heard this like a loud noise, people punching, kicking our gate. And when I turned around, I saw the soldiers and the militias with the gun on top of me. So I just took off. I ran away, and I hid across the street at these banana trees. I saw my house being blown up. I knew my family was gone, was dead, and it was just me, myself, and I didn't know what to do. This was 2 months before the genocide.
In many ways, that's when his odyssey began.
I was turning 15. I started running, and we went to different places to hide, and I was caught again. I was, hacked with a machete. It just was awful. It was awful. When they took me to this, would be the third killing site, I knew I was gonna die. And I've made a peace with the God. I was looking for the easy way, the simple way to die.
Why did you want to die at that point?
I think there was no way out. There was no way out. I was hoping to die with a bullet. They just shoot and then I never get hit.
Literally dodging that bullet changed everything.
I was like, man, I ain't getting shot. So now I have to leave again. I need to start hiding. I was going under the trees, and that's why I ended up in the swamps. When I got into the swamps, that was the safest place to be. The hunger got me. My body started giving up.
Then after nearly 100 days, help finally arrived.
On the other side of Rwanda, I know that in part of Rwanda, there was a group of people who came together, the rebels, decided to stop the genocide. But they got to me when I was in my last breath. If they never showed up that time, I won't be here.
Scared and angry, Kzito wanted to leave the despair of Rwanda behind him. He wandered around Africa, and in Kenya, he found something that changed his life forever. Basketball.
I played for these local clubs. I became a star. One of the scouts from Savannah, Georgia, started recruiting kids from Africa to come here for tryouts. So 1998, July, I was given a chance to come here through the tryouts.
He eventually got a scholarship here in Chicago at Providence St. Mel High School in East Garfield Park.
That's how I ended up here, through basketball.
Kzito says basketball saved him as a teenager. As an adult, he's on a mission to save others. He's a founder of a nonprofit called the Peace Center for Forgiveness and Reconciliation.
I want to help my fellow genocide survivors and other people who are going through tough times. I help them to find a job, housing, school, if they want to go to school, healthcare, if they need any insurance, and of course teach them English and how to assimilate to American culture.
But there's more to the center than that.
It's a place to meet and work on your inner peace and learn how to forgive and to reconcile, because that's what I've done.
The proof? This photo. The inmate Kzito is with is the very man who tried to chop his head off with a machete when Kzito was a teen. It all brings us back to the Holocaust Museum, where Kzito and genocide survivors from around the world talk about death and learning to live again.
What are you hoping that your story and others like yours, what are you hoping that the impact it will have?
Personally, I feel like everybody should know that whatever you go through, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. On an international level, people should learn how to help, to intervene. Before we become the diplomats, the soldiers, we need to become a human being first.
There's a saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Kzito is living proof.
I know exactly how the death smells. It's just hopeless, helpless. It's just an awful situation to be in. I have a saying that if it's not genocide, it is nothing. To me, there's nothing worse. There's no situation I've seen in my life can bring me down, because I've seen the worst.
Kzito has 3 daughters. He adopted his oldest 2. They are genocide survivors like him. Dorothy Tucker, CBS News, Chicago.
To learn more about Kzito and other genocide survivors, you can experience Voices of Genocide. It's at the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center in Skokie. And we'd love to hear from you. If you have an eye on Chicago stories, send us ideas. Just search online for CBS Chicago, Eye on Chicago.